What's up, guys? I'm FunHouse Metalhead, and I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. This doesn't have a classic list or like label on album of the year, but a lot of people are commenting it and they're saying it's a pretty good Rage album, and a lot of Rage doesn't even get classic lists, so I can't even really go off of the album of the year criteria for it. But yeah, you guys have been commenting this one a lot. You guys have been supporting an incredible amount, so I'm doing Ragemas, basically doing a daily upload every single day until Christmas, and maybe even a bit after it, because I need to do 2025 albums. After I do 2025 Rage albums, I plan to do the classics, A Great Chaos, Flex Music, that sort of thing. But it's going to be a tiny bit less frequent because I'm not going to be doing daily uploads. I'm going to be doing 2 uploads a week and then bonus uploads if there's a new album. But yeah, just thought to put that out there because, yeah, I'm just grinding it out because I want to do a best of 2025 list, and these are all 2025, so good excuse to do all the ones that people are requesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Pretty Fun. It seems like it is going to be a bit more melodic or something like that. It's like the vibe I'm getting from the comments, but I've never heard a Pretty Fun song before, apart from maybe one feature on an album before. But yeah, let's jump into it. And it's one of the only ones with lyrics. I do like the more melodic strand, as you guys know, so I appreciate it. It's like more wispy vocals. It's interesting. It's not like baby voice or anything like that. It's just there's like a delicateness to the vocals, which is interesting. Alright. A nice little production break at the end. I find this track pretty interesting. Like, the production is pretty. It's like listening, but it's not as like insane or over the top or as clear and creative as maybe like a Revenge Seekers or which you should be saying that at some point. I'm recording this on the day that this should be Revenge Seekers should be uploaded. It's not like Revenge Seekers or Lucy Bedrock, but then it feels like the production is more in this vein, but it is a lot more expensive. It's a pretty like normal beat, but I think with the vocals, especially like the delicate nature of the vocals, it works. It just makes it to be pretty good. If you haven't watched me before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listens. These are subject to change. I listen to these albums multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, which you can talk to me about the ratings of the projects. There's about so many people have joined since then, so there's a pretty active community. I'm really active in it. I might be a tiny bit less active over Christmas because I'm with family, but usually I'm in there like 24/7. I also post now these the refined ratings on like album of the year, so you can see my written reviews and all of that, so you can get like a more in-depth voice of what my opinion is on that. And then I posted TikTok for exposure with cute little graphics. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a 7. And again, if you haven't watched me before, I actually use 5 as average. I have a 6.2 average overall, but that's mainly because of the fact that I think I just listen to a lot more good music than I do bad, because I get requested more good music than bad music, right? No one's going to request a 2 out of 10 album. They're going to request their favorite albums, which are usually pretty decent. But yeah, this track I would say is good. It's like a nice little starting bit for it. I like it. I do like this sort of production style. Ooh. I like that there's I like the delicate vocals on the last one, but I like this has a bit more meat to the voice. And it juxtaposes to the delicate voice. It's nice. Also, I'm assuming there's no feature on this, so like the fact that prettifun can do both of these vocals is actually kind of impressive. Because they don't sound like the same person. Also, again, the lyrics better than like a lot of party stuff and rage stuff where like it's very repetitive. This actually feels like they've penned to paper, which is nice. It's like actually getting like to almost great territory. I'll give it like 7.5 for now, and it could go to an 8 in the future. Like this is just very pleasant to listen to. Everything works together as well. Like that feels like there's more thought put into it. Yeah, absolutely, actually, like really good. Yeah, really solid project so far, actually. There's a bit of like a early Lil Yachty vibe to some of the salt music, like a bit of his biggest like Broccoli's, Grams, that sort of thing, like that sort of lightness. Oh yeah, this is all good. I like the vocals there, especially like like that at the end. It's like sick. I really like this project actually. Like the type of style that they're going for. Like there's more catchy vocals, but then you still have like the strength of rage with like the underbassing, like it's like a very nice. Loki, these are probably 8. I'm being like more critical than I should be. These are just, they feel very solid tracks front to back, like less demo quality, like genuinely, not little snippets, like proper tracks. It's cool. Yeah. It's like also a very like restrained usage of like the rage aesthetics of like this like booming, beautiful, distorted bass that they have with a lot of rage, and it's not trying to just like grab your attention that way. They're actually using this in a more deliberate fashion, it feels, than just being a part of the style. I like it a lot. It's also very consistent. Like the tracks don't feel like they drop in quality really. That's it. It's at least good to great. And I think this might go up a bit higher. It might reach like my top 3 favorite Rage projects. I also like that. I'm sorry to pause it, but I find it interesting that a lot of Rage is like maximalist, so it's actually kind of overstimulating sometimes when you want to listen to it. There's like more. That's why I think I like the more melodic strengths, because it's like, oh, I could re-listen to this more often. A good example of something that breaks that sort of bounds is Rascal 51. I feel like it's so maximalist and so weird that like all of the weird eccentric aspects, damn, to that project makes me want to listen to it more and more repeated. This project feels more low-key. Like this is one that you can, it's in Rage, but you can listen to it more often because it's not as assaulting to the senses. You're not trying to get that like ADHD dopamine hit from it. I like this project a lot. And I like how, as I said in previous reactions, I like how expansive and how broad the Rage genre can be, and there's so many different styles that people can play with. And this one is like a nice one, which I could see this strain of Rage being like hitting more of the mainstream, like the more melodic, chill, laid back one, because it's more replayable. I think this is a really good project. I don't think Pretty Fun, like this project in itself, will do it, because like that's a bold prediction, but I think the style could do it. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I think the vocals really sell it. Like, Rage has incredibly interesting beats, but like the vocals don't live up to it a lot of the time. I think this does. This part's like a tiny bit of 7, but like the start felt like a great song, so I'll give it, I don't know, this could go a bit lower to like a 7, but it's still good. I'll give it a 7 for now. It just feels like a bit thin on like the vocal side of it. He's not going as ham on the vocals. The beat is taking more of a backseat. I like this part a bit. Who's the producer on this? Oh, it's different producer each time. That's interesting. Interesting how they're able to do his sound across multiple producers. It is like kind of a nice little blend of sound, but a bit unique to him. Yeah. A bit lower. This one I could see going a tiny bit lower as well on re-listens, because it doesn't have as much to chew on as the other tracks. But it's still pretty good. Like, ooh, I like that vocoder sort of sound. Is it actually two different people? Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty amazing Rage song because, like, you have really beautiful production, you have really beautiful performances, but as I've basically mentioned, even in this review, a lot of time the lyrical subject matter, and the subject matter, and then also just the lyricism in general, because you don't necessarily need a big grand topic or anything to talk about, just lack, I feel like, in Rage music. They kind of wrestle on their laurels, so they have these amazing producers that I feel in a lot of the time. But this one is like, they clearly all the other tracks feel like they're actually trying to write tracks, like songs. And then also this one has like nice subject matter, and I feel like it is a breath of fresh air in this sort of genre, because you don't necessarily have that. You don't have this like introspective, like vulnerability that sort of comes through. And I feel like that is like an untapped market, because this sort of maximalist approach, you could have the really nice juxtaposition of bearing your heart, bearing your soul, being more vulnerable on the tracks with this cacophonous sound, and you can make really cool tracks. Like, if I'm just like theorizing off the top of my head, you could use you know how like there's some sad club songs that kind of use the sound of the club to give you a bit of that nostalgia, that kind of feeling that when you're like at a party or something like that, but you're a bit depressed, and you go off to the side and you hear all of everyone having fun and drinking and all of that sort of stuff, and you wish you could partake. That sort of feeling, that vibe, and you're just by yourself with your thoughts, getting a bit depressed, that sort of shit. You could do that in a Rage More setting, where you have this cacophonous fucking sound, this maximalist approach, and you can tap into a bit of like the more vulnerable side, the bit more in-school depressive side of it. And I think a song like that, which this isn't that, but it's like close, could hit. Like, it could really hit, and it feels like an untapped market for this sort of genre. And I like that Pretty Fun is not afraid to do something like that. Not playing it safe, being a bit more daring, but not daring in the production like Rascal does, but daring in the on the more like vulnerable performer side of it, right? That's cool. Yeah, I just like the lyrics a lot more on this project. This could end up being my second favorite. It's hard to beat Heartblood because it's just so coherent. Like, it's so consistent and cohesive. But this one's still pretty good. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Oh, I like that backing, like like the higher little vocals in the back is cool. I really do like that backing. Yeah, a lot of these songs will hit 8s for the record. This definitely could have been the second highest project. Like, as I said, Half-Blood's like a 9.2. I don't see things beating that. But it could crack an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think I don't need to wait for a re-listen. I just feel like this is a pretty great track. I know other ones prior will probably hit 8s as well, so, but yeah. I really appreciate the fact that there is effort involved, and you can tell. It's a very consistent project. I feel like this is one of the projects where, like, I can see why it was requested ever since I started the channel, because like this is one of the projects I feel like I would hand someone if they're not used to Rage, because it has like the elements, but that's not the focus. I'll give it a 7.5 for now. It doesn't have that tiny knack like the last one I had with a backing little sample vocal thing. A more chill track, but like it's able to carry that. A lot of like chiller tracks would be a bit boring, a bit repetitive. It's like but it's able. This is able to be a bit like impressive the entire way through. It shows that the floor of this artist is actually not. It's like it's not that bad. Like even they're able to keep their vibe throughout like a slower track. I like it. Alright, more up tempo. Ooh. Ooh. I like this beat. It's like a very interesting, like there's like a lasery, like sci-fi sort of element to it, but it's within this like distorted rage aesthetic. It's nice. You know, it's actually kind of amazing. It's been a while since I've been like proper blown away, right? I've done so many projects, like 3 a day. So it's been quite a few projects, but this one's like kind of blowing me away when it comes to the rage. Like very like front runner sort of energy. I don't know if this is a blasphemous take, but I actually think Pretty Fun has like a lot higher of a chance of being more of like a front runner, consistent catalog, sort of realizing their potential than even something that I have fell in love with, like Che. Because Che, there's been like I've listened to 2 projects now, and they're like a bit more lengthy projects, and there is a lot of the heights that he's able to reach is incredibly cool, but there's also does that, and I feel like he relatively does it often, more often than I guess this, where this is a very consistent project, and it's also safer. It's like more squeaky clean, where like Che is swinging for the hills, and he's knocking out home run. Pretty Fun has a consistent game, and then is able to reach those peaks sometimes, like with Unfazed or Last Wish, and this sound feels like it's more conducive to be able to consistently put out the bangers, which means there's probably have a higher likelihood of doing just amazing tracks and getting to like an album that's just consistently front to back 12 songs, fucking sick. I think Pretty Fun is actually the ones like with Che, with blood. I'm just gonna say Blood, Slayer, and Pretty Fun. Those 4 are the ones where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep an eye out for you guys, because Half Blood made the best one. And then you have Pretty Fun, who is like not too far behind. And it's also in its own lane. It's not like it's doing the same thing. It's not stepping on the toes of Half Blood. And you have Che, who's also a bit different, but he's doing, I don't know. There is just a buzz. Like, despite the fact that his records aren't as consistent, it's like there's just, I know that you have like a project that is just going to be fucking incredible. And what's the other one? Blood. Yeah. He's just breaking the norms a lot. I could also see, sadly, I haven't listened to his other stuff, but after Rascal 51, you're doing such a shake-up, you're doing stuff that is so out there that he could get a bit lost in the sauce. We're trying to do that, and it actually doesn't come out as good. Because I feel like it was like kind of measured sort of craziness on that one. But yeah, this one is just Pretty Fun. It's just consistent, just really consistent, by the books, but weirdly not by the books, because Rage doesn't sound like this most of the time. Just being able to do the juxtapositions of the very lighter vocals and that sort of melodic strand with the Rage to give it a bit more oomph. I just really like the blend that Pretty Fun does. It's top tier. Oh, more classic than traditional. cello. That's interesting. Because I've only heard it pronounced cello. Yeah, another 8. The other ones on the earlier need to hit 8 too. Yeah, this is just top tier. It's just consistently good. We're like 10 tracks in, there hasn't been a single dud. There hasn't even been a track that like drops a decent bit. Like Digital Love might be like one of them, but like that's still a good track, right? There's not a single track that like drops too hard. This is very fucking good. Consistent. There's another 8, and I'm honestly begging with it being an 8.5. Yeah, fuck it. Also, like, these tracks are longer, so like there's more room for them to fuck up, being 2.5 minutes instead of a minute 30, but they're able to keep the consistency. It's sick. Just fucking top tier, actually. This one also could hit a 9. It's just, it's crazy good. I don't even know who the fuck prettifun is, but they're sick. Whoever they are, I love you, dude. I think this, like, the production is just a bit like more distorted, but in like a thinner sort of way. So this track feels a tiny bit lower, but like it's still good. Like the bones are really nice on this track. Ooh, I like this like build. Like there's like an orchestral undertoning here. This is nice. This is the Lux of Rage. You know, it might be another 8. Like it's actually just so consistent. What do they even look like? Let's look them up. Is it just one person? There's no way. Kind of just look based. Yeah, they're just sick. This is an example of what like quality control sort of does. Like there is no duds on this track, and due to that, it's going to have a pretty high rating. And I'm not joking, with these ratings and how they're shaping up to be, it's going to be a higher rating than I did on Rodeo, which by the way, that will be posted on YouTube soon. A higher rating than any Cardi project. All of that because the quality control is just unmatched. When it comes to Rodeo, there are duds. There's like Impossible and Wasted, which I think some of those are hot takes, but they're just mid trap songs. When it comes to Cardi, there's like on Die Lit, there's just a few tracks that are a bit filler. When it comes to A Whole Lot of Red, there's more filler because that track list is super long. That's what you get. This is actually kind of a long track list, 15. Normal albums are like 10, 12, I feel. So this is pushing it, but the quality control means that it's just a more consistent record, and we need more of that. We just need more consistency. There's not a lot of people that make sure that every single track that is on an album is fucking good, and everything is on here is good. It's just really fucking good. It's also like a bit daring. This is a daring production. It's not like he's just playing safe. It is more daring, production-wise. I just wonder if it lives up to the same ones as the others. I feel like this one's a more foreign sound to me, so I need some time to like acclimate to it. I don't know, it's 7.5, 8, around that range. you know, I like the creativity, so I'll leave it to yeah. Yeah, it's just really fucking great. One of my favorite Rage artists for sure now. Because like this isn't just like a small little EP. This is a project, like a solid 15 song line project. Consistent as fuck, really good. Nice, interesting beats. The vocals are fucking stellar. What more do you want? Ooh. Eight and a half off the bat. The energy is just sick. Ooh. This is a 9 actually. Also, I'm sorry to pause this, but proof that there's actually like time and effort put into this project. Motherfucker just said he was 19. I looked up. You turned 20 in August 1st. So if Pretty Fun watches this, whatever the fuck. You turned 20 in August 1st. So this was recorded. This track in particular was recorded before then. So that means they were dealing with that shit for like 6 months. Osama-san has released 2 projects this year, right? And I doubt the second project, Psychotic, was in the bank for like a year and a half. But this project feels like sounds like it's been around for a year a bit. Maybe a bit more. Maybe 6 months. A bit more, at least more than 6 months. There's some time and effort put into this project. And I think you can tell. The only Man of the Year song I know is Juice WRLD, which I prefer the original versions, especially after what is it, Girlfriended. I also think it showcases that like Pretty Fun is someone that you can buy stocks of and invest into, because it's not like he's coaxing on a minute 30. Like he has some ideas, but he's unable to realize them. These are 3-minute tracks, like late 2-minute tracks. These are proper song lengths, and I think that just shows that like he can. I'm assuming he is. It's he him. But gender pronouns, but yeah, you can see that like they can follow through on the project and on every single song that they do. It's not like they just are able to do like little demo skits. One of the things of like, let's say Dominic Fike, which I've listened to a decent amount of Dominic Fike, I still like, he has great stage presence, great performance. I need to see you do longer songs, dude. I just need to see that before I can fully be like, you're great. These little snippets are amazing, but I need to see more. And I think Pretty Fun doesn't fall into that category where a lot of rage artists do. All right, this one might be a tiny bit lower, I think. Like a 7.5 at the moment. Oh, it might be the first I hear the 6. It just feels a bit thin. But the vocals are just nice. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels a bit empty a bit. I'll be harsh. Just so I'm not like being biased. 6.5. You're close to perfect because there's so many things I do like, vocals wise, all that sort of stuff, but it feels a bit empty. Maybe the back half can fix it. The lyrics are just better than a lot of other projects. Like, they're not talking about some insane subject matter. They did touch on it, I guess, but on this track they're not. But it's just, I'd rather listen to what they have to say on these like cool sort of lines. The back half was making it feel a bit good. I'll give it a 7 for now. Let's see how I feel on re-listens. But this fucking project's sick. Impressive. It is longer than most projects. Has a whole lot less duds than a lot of projects. The highs are still pretty fucking high. It's consistently good to great on every single song. And they have some amazing tracks on this. Just genuinely one of the best rage projects. I can attest that it's probably going to hit number 2. I love Rascal 51, but this is going to hit probably number 2. It's got Rascal 51 going 8.0, Heartblood 9.2. This one's going to sit in round in between them, I think. And it shows that, like, I think Pretty Fun is one of the most interesting artists coming out of that scene now because of the quality control that they have, the ability that they can do longer songs, so they prove that they can do the follow through. The production is still really nice, but it feels purposeful. It's not using rage as a gimmick. It's using it to be able to enhance the more delicate vocals that is on a lot of the tracks. And they actually have a quite versatile vocal. Like, they can do the more delicate, but then they have the other voice that they do, which I can't fully perfectly describe right now, but those two play off each other really well. And then the shortcomings of what a delicate voice would do, which is like less power, energy behind it, the rage fills in those gaps. It feels very purposeful. You can tell that this project has been sat on for a bit, and there's been thought and care put into it. I think this is a really good project, like just a really, really good project. If you guys enjoyed watching this, thank you so much. Supporting this, like watching this far is support enough, but if you want to support some more, you can go to my Patreon. I just updated my classic albums list. I had a 300 before, but I've done about half of them, so I updated them. And yeah, when you go there, you can do $5 is you can do one album, just any of your picking that's below 90 minutes, because I'm not going to fulfill an 8-hour album. I'm sorry, unless you want to pay me more. And then there's an incentive on there that if you want to pick from classic albums, you can get 2 a month. So that's about $2, $2.50 per album reaction, and mix that 90 minutes. You're paying me like $1.70 an hour. But I'm more than happy to do slave wages for classic albums, because I actually really want to listen to them. So yeah, those are the deals. There's also early access. When you go onto the Patreon, a lot of those classic albums have been there for 10 months. Whole Load of Red has been there for many days. Like no, not many days, many months. I'm sorry. And then I have Die Lit that's been there since May. Rodeo that's been there since May, June, right? So you can really a lot of early access there. If you want to support that, I love that. And you can request and make me listen to the albums that you love. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love and adore you. Peace out.